Our first reading for today's Mass starts with Paul and Barnabas proclaiming the good news to a lot of people and then being successful. According to the reading, they made a considerable amount of disciples because of their proclamation of God, of the message of Jesus. And it makes you realize how these men, as few as they were able to change the world. Uh, if you will look at what the majority or the major influence of the world's practices, the good practices at the very least, is where it comes from, uh, is Christianity, respect for others, love. Um, and it came from these men. And what made me realize in the first reading is that this happened because these men, Paul, Peter, the apostles, all of them, were able to change the world because they proclaimed it in their words and most definitely through their actions. A lot of us are Christians, are Catholics by name. And we are proud of it. We believe in God. We believe in Jesus, the Holy Spirit. You know, we're quick to proclaim we love God. God is number one. And yet, when an opportunity comes for us to speak about Jesus, the first thing that comes to most people's mind is that it's not appropriate. I think I've shared it so many times. There were a lot of times where I thought this was not appropriate, but I just made the jump and found myself hearing thanks from people who I thought would not be welcoming to the message of God. You know, Jesus tells us in our gospel today, that we should love one another, that we should love others as He loved us. And that is how Jesus loved us. He proclaimed the good news to us. He told us what to do. He guided us. And if we love others, we should follow the example of Paul and Barnabas in today's reading. We should be courageous and willing to proclaim the good news to others. Talk about Jesus, and more importantly, act like a Christian. I know it's hard. I won't pretend that I made it. You know, there's a long way for me to go. But that shouldn't stop you from proclaiming those that you have already received. What is your mission? Think about it. Before you sleep, think about what you will do tomorrow. Think of something very concrete, very specific. Maybe it's about talking to a certain friend about a problem that he or she shared to you. Maybe it's helping out with a chore or a task at work and making an opportunity to make it about God. Because honestly, every good thing in this world should bring us to God.